And we're live on the Live Masters Self Love Challenge. I'm your Live Master, Mike Chavez. I'm really excited about this incredible next 5 days that we're going to have. We're going to have world class international speakers from around the world bring value and talk about self love. So happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day.
We have our incredible guest speaker, Lenora Collins from Alberta, Canada. And she is going to give you an incredible presentation today about self love. Not only is it just going to be a presentation, she is going to give you some actionable things that you can take away, start working on today to help you love yourself even more. And not just for today, we're going to encourage you to do this homework on a daily basis. So, without further ado, let me just introduce this incredible woman to you. Again, her name is Lenora Collins. She lives in Alberta, Canada. I was blessed to meet her. I think it's been about 8 or 9 months ago. We are currently working on a project together that has truly changed my life and revolutionized her as well. And I couldn't be more excited to have her on. I talked to her yesterday, and I already know what you guys are in store for, and it's going to be absolutely incredible. So, Lenora, take it away.
Wow, what a great introduction. Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate that. Hello, everyone. First of all, I'd like to say thank you so much for joining us here today, and happy Valentine's Day, my second favorite holiday next to Christmas. Happy Valentine's Day, all the love. Hello, hello, hello. So, as our wonderful host has introduced me, my name is Lenora Collins, and I really appreciate you all being here today. Today, we are going to be talking about self-image. Now, self-image refers to how we see ourselves on a more global level, both internally and externally. Random House Dictionary defines self-image as the idea or the conception or mental image one has of themselves. Self-image is how you perceive yourself. Today, we are going to be talking about just how we find that balance of perception, the inner and outer work. We are going to discuss balance and how you can start right here, right now. How you feel about yourself comes across in the way that you carry yourself, the thoughts that you think, the words that you speak, the way it makes you feel. You have the option to look at life from two lenses, the lens of fear or the lens of love. When you view life from the lens of fear, a lot of negative emotions surface, thus changing the way you carry yourself and how you show up for the world. When you look at life through the lens of love, you are way more relaxed and calm. You do not engage that fight or flight response that you do with fear. Same goes for how you see yourself, your confidence. It gets to grow. You get to work on this, and we get to work on it together, right here, right now. Belief and faith, the thoughts that you think, the words that you speak, that is what you will attract. Today, I'm going to share 3 simple tips and tricks with you that you can start using right here, right now. So please, I'll give you a moment, get out your notebooks, because you're going to want to write this down.
That's right.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, actually, yeah, let's get out not only your notebooks and take some notes, because there's going to be homework. This is a challenge, and I strongly encourage you to put some of your biggest takeaways in the comments right now, because Lenora is bringing it. You're going to have all of these notes right now after the broadcast. So you can go back through and kind of go over what she's going over. So I'm really excited. So I want to see some engagement in here. I want to see what you guys are thinking, so we can give you the best presentation possible to help you out. So Lenora, let's hear what are these 3 things that you're going to do for everybody.
Okay, well, the first thing that I'd like to explain to you guys or talk to you guys about is mirror work. Now, mirror work, you're going to say, what the heck is mirror work? Well, mirror work was introduced to me many moons ago, and I'm probably going to date myself by this, but I listened to Miss Louise Hay on a cassette tape in my car. For those of you that are listening and are like, what's a cassette tape? They used to play music like we do now that we can just stream live and do. So mirror work is the most effective method I've found for learning to love yourself and see the world as a safe and loving place. This is going to date me, and I guess I'm okay with that. I've been practicing mirror work since I've been about 17, so for about 20 some odd years. You do the math. As well, I also do not only mirror work, I also do affirmations. And what are affirmations? Simply put, whatever we say or think is an affirmation. So all of your self-talk, the dialogue in your head, it's a stream of affirmations. These affirmations are messages to your subconscious that establish habitual ways of thinking and behaving. Positive affirmations plant thoughts and ideas that support you in developing self-confidence and self-esteem, creating peace of mind and inner joy. The most powerful affirmations are those that you say out loud and in front of your mirror. Why? Because the mirror reflects back to you the feelings that you have about yourself. It makes you immediately aware of where you were resisting and where you were open and flowing. It clearly shows you that the thoughts that you'll need to change if you want to have a joyous, fulfilling life. As you learn to do your mirror work, you will become much more aware of the words that you say and the things that you do. You will learn to take care of yourself on a deeper level than you have ever done before. When something good happens in your life, you can go to the mirror and say, thank you, that's terrific. If something bad happens to you, you can go to the mirror and say, okay, I love you. The thing that just happened will pass, but I love you, and that's forever. For most of us, sitting in front of the mirror and facing ourselves is difficult at first. So this is what we call the process mirror work. And I just want to let you know that it's going to probably be a little bit uncomfortable for you in the beginning. When I started doing this, I looked at myself in the mirror and I would be like, oh. So what I would challenge you to do is I challenge you to go and lock yourself in the bathroom. Literally lock yourself, give yourself some privacy so that nobody has the ability to come in and interrupt you, because you're going to get really uncomfortable. But that's okay, because it's when we're really uncomfortable in which we grow, right? And when we take action on that, that's when we're going to kind of see. So when we're doing the mirror work, when we're doing the positive affirmations, what else do we do? The last step that I'm going to leave with you here today is breath work. And we're going to do some of that breath work right now. And it doesn't matter what order that you do this in. You can do it whatever order feels comfortable to you. So right now, everybody, thank you that's live with us, joining us. If you're catching us on the replay, I want you to shake out all your sillies. That goes for you too, Chavez. Come on, shake it out. Get it all going. Get it all going. And you guys, I'll demonstrate for you once, and then we're going to do 3 breaths together. So you can just watch me do it first. I'll demonstrate it, and then I'll walk you through each one of the breaths we're going to do, okay? So here is your little tutorial. So what we're going to do is I want you to sit up straight. I want you to just kind of relax and just drop into yourself. And we're going to be breathing. We're going to take a deep breath in from our nose. We're going to hold it for a count of 4. And then we're going to release. And we are going to be audible from our mouths as we release, thus causing the energy to release and move and flow through us. So I will demonstrate it once, and then we're going to do 3 breaths together. So this is what I want you to do. Breathe in and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. Audibly through your mouth. This gets everything going, and we're going to do it 3 times. Now it's your turn to join in and do this with us. So let's go. Breathe in. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. Again. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. Again. 1. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. Now, how do you feel? I bet that you just felt all your energy melt away and that you just feel kind of more dropped into yourself, don't you? How do you feel, Mike?
I feel incredible. I mean, I was listening to everything that you were saying about the mirror work and the affirmations and then the breathing. And I was thinking to myself, all these videos that I've done, I go back and I watch them. That is a way of me looking at myself in the mirror, I think. And that's kind of helped me grow. And then I've affirmed and done a lot of affirmations in them as well. And here I am on an incredible live video with you doing these exercises. And what's really funny is you mentioned the fact that looking in the mirror might seem uncomfortable for a lot of people. And even the breathing stuff, I was like, if I saw myself doing this like 5 years ago, I would have laughed at me, right? But now that with all the personal growth and everything that I've done and meeting incredible people like you, the breathing it's incredible. It really is.
Well, and this is just one of the things, we didn't want to overwhelm you guys today. So we just wanted to give you some quick tips and tricks that you could use right away in order for you to kind of drop in and get more in tune with yourself. And I believe that just take baby steps, you guys. No matter what you do, no matter where you are, you're exactly in the right place, exactly right now. Don't compare yourself to somebody else. Don't think, oh, I can't do this. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And I'm here to remind you today that part of your self-image comes from within. So how you feel about yourself on the inside shows on the outside. And so to get those two aligned, this is something that's going to help you do that. So I'd like to just circle back to the positive affirmations and just give you a couple tips and tricks about that. I'd like to give you some examples. So you could say, I am worthy. I am safe. I am loving. I am intelligent. I am okay. Whatever comes to your mind is what is meant. That comes from your heart and it comes to your brain and then out of your mouth. So you can do this. You can do it. So to recap for you guys, the 3 tips are, number 1, I want you to do mirror work. Number 2 is practicing your affirmations. And number 3 is the breath work. And again, there is no correct order to do these. If you want to do breath work and then your affirmations and then your mirror work, you can do that. It's whatever works for you. This is something that we're sharing with you so that you can gain these tools in order to help reconnect your inner and outside self. I would like you to be allowing, and I'd like to give yourself permission to allow yourself to be led by your heart. How do you see yourself? When I ask you to describe yourself, what would you say? I would like to do a little experiment with you, Mike, and the audience. Would you be willing?
Yeah, absolutely.
May I please have your permission to ask you how you see yourself?
Wow. That is an interesting question. I see myself as a loving, caring person that loves to meet new people and I always look for the best in people. It's an interesting question because we talked about this yesterday, and it's that we're talking about self-image, and a lot of our self-image has to do with how others perceive us. I mean, that's really how else are we supposed to bounce off how we look or think about ourselves, right? That's why it's so important to have the right kind of people around you to encourage you and bring out the best in you. And I don't know. It's interesting. I don't think I perceive myself the way other people perceive me, but I just come with love and I'm a connector, and I love meeting new people and just like to have fun. That's how I would describe myself.
I think that's a pretty astute description of you. And it's been an absolute joy and pleasure to get to know you over these past months. And I appreciate what you and Live Masters has done for everyone here watching today. Thank you. And I would like to continue just talking to you guys about this. And I had some thoughts and I wrote them on paper. And this is something that when you're doing your mirror work, I just want you to keep in the back of your mind. Because sometimes we're the most critical of our own selves, right? And I would like to just remind you here today or catching the replay that I wish you could see yourself through my eyes. I see a soul who leads with their heart. I feel a soul that is uncomfortable. I feel a soul that is kind, funny, intelligent, and compassionate. I see a soul whose future is bright. I see family, hope, joy, everlasting, and unconditional love. And even myself as Lenora, I must remind myself that even though life sometimes hands us lemons, we have to make lemonade out of that. And sometimes life batters me down too. And sometimes the negative self-talk happens to me as well. So it's not always rainbows and butterflies, you guys. I just have the tools, tips, and tricks in order to get myself out of that and get myself back into where I need to be. So just to let you know that I too have to remind myself to do all these things. It is my choice, and that's where the power lies. It is there that things fit together. It is there that I find comfort. It is in the space in between. So, self-image: kind, caring, compassionate, business-minded, heart-centered. Heart-centered. It's very important when you're a heart-centered individual to have a plan for yourself. For myself, I studied the blueprint that's written by my mentor, Mr. Michael Zappia. He breaks it down into the basics, and it's fun to learn. He has also taught and reinforced that it's also the most important thing that you'll ever do is to work on yourself. Because when you work on yourself, not only do you do the work for you, but you also do it for every other person around you in your life. When you fill your cup first, you are able to overflow your cup into those people in your family's life, in your husband, in your wife, in your child, in the person at the grocery store. When you fill yourself first, you get to fuel others. And that is like a beautiful gift to serve. And it beautiful comes from our hearts, because you're a masterpiece, and you're a masterpiece in progress. You're evolving, you're changing, and you're growing. So for your homework during this wonderful self-love challenge that Live Masters is running this week for us, I would like you to do the breath work, the mirror work, and your affirmations, because over the next 5 days, you are going to be guided on this journey. I have had the pleasure of starting out with Mr. Chavez and myself, Lenora, to talk about self-image and how it makes us feel, how it makes us think about ourselves. And this week, for day 2, you're going to be spoken to by the lovely and most talented Miss Jean Collins on self-talk. Day 3, you're going to be talked to about self-discipline by Piper Smith. Day 4, you're going to be talked to about being selfish. And you know what, you guys? It's not what you think. So tune in, because it's going to be great. And Miss Annie Callis is doing that one. And on day 5, you're going to learn about self-resilience. And she's going to speak about being self-resilient. And that is Dawn Nardi going to be doing that. So thank you for tuning in with us today. If you're live, thank you for being here live. If you're catching us on the replay, please post in this glorious world where you're tuning in from. And I'd like you to also utilize the hashtag LMSLC. So what does that stand for? That stands for Live Masters Self-Love Challenge. And before we leave you today, I would like to do 2 things. I would like to first read you an excerpt from the Prophet Khalil Gibran. While I was doing my research and homework on this to work with you guys, this came across my heart, and I wanted to share it with you. So I'm going to be reading this for you on this beautiful Valentine's Day. And a man said, "Speak to us, self-knowledge." And he answered, saying, "Your hearts know in silence the secrets of days and nights, but your ears thirst for the sound of your heart's knowledge. You would know in words in which you have always known in thought. You would touch with your fingers the naked body of your dreams. And it is well you should, because the hidden wellspring of your soul must needs rise and run murmuring to the sea. And the treasure of your infinite depths would be revealed to your eyes. But let there be no scales to weigh your unknown treasure, and seek not the depths of your knowledge with a staff or a sounding line. For self is a sea boundless and measureless. Say not, I have found the truth, but rather, I have found a truth. Say not, I have found the path of the soul. Say rather, I have met the soul walking upon my path. For the soul walks upon all paths. The soul walks not upon a line, neither does it grow like a reed. The soul unfolds itself like a lotus on countless petals. And that again was a reading from the prophet Khalil Gibran. It touched my heart, and I wanted to share that with you guys, because no matter where you are in this journey, no matter where you are in the world, you got this, and we're here to help you. We're going to be popping into the challenge throughout the week. We're going to be checking in on you. Those of you that do your homework, you're going to be getting extra little bonus points. And you know what? We've got a lot of little surprises tucked up our sleeves. So I'm not going to reveal all that to you yet, because you have to participate and you have to do your homework, because we want you to see. You don't have to do anything really, but we'd like you to, because we would like you to grow, and we would like you to learn some of these new ways that are going to be awkward at first. But I promise you, at the end of the 5 days, especially after listening to these beautiful, talented, phenomenal speakers speak to you and teach you and share with you, you are going to be inspired, you're going to be empowered, and you're going to find that little something in yourself, that little extra spring to your step. So before we started this call today, I did my cards, I pulled a card, and I'm always being led by the universe, by God, whoever you want to believe, that's okay. But the card that came up was, my happiness can be measured by the level of my faith and love. And I thought, how fitting for today, being the day of love, the day of Valentine's, the day of kindness, the day of caring, the day of compassion, the day of just being silly, of those like really little crazy Valentine's cards. Don't wait. Don't wait to tell that person you love them. Don't wait to tell that, give a compliment, right? Your self-love that you give to yourself affects your self-image. And the more, like we said earlier, the more you work on yourself and the harder that you work on yourself, it's going to benefit not just you, it will benefit everybody around you. And you're going to feel a little lighter. You're going to feel a little extra spring in your step, right? So thank you so much, Mr. Chavez, for having me here today. I'm just delighted. I'm honored to be the first speaker in this international event, and I'm really happy to be here. And I hope that you guys have learned. I hope you've gleaned some new information, and I really look forward to you doing your homework and posting it in our group. And another thing I wanted to leave with you guys is, I sent to Mike, it's 101 Power Thoughts by Louise Hay. Now, you guys, remember that cassette tape that I was talking about earlier? I still have that cassette tape somewhere. Now it's on an MP3 or it's on a digital version. So I'm able to share that with you. I have it saved on my phone. And whenever I start feeling that I can't do something, or that negative kind of self-image comes back to me that I think, I say, no, not today. And I put on Louise Hay and I listen to those 101 Power Thoughts. Sometimes I fall asleep to it. Sometimes I just have it going on in the background. I don't know if you noticed, but we were playing it when you first came in here today and throughout the presentation, because it's subconsciously getting into your brain, and it's the words that what you talk about, you bring about, right? And that's what we want for you. So I'd like to just say thank you so much to everybody for taking the time today to share with us on this beautiful Valentine's Day about self-image. Thank you.
Wow, everybody give Lenora a hand. Lenora, that was truly incredible. Please put in the comments what you love most about everything she just shared. I'm blown away. I told you it was going to be better than what I heard yesterday. I knew it was going to be incredible. So yeah, I'm excited to do the homework too. You know, we're going to put some notes. We're going to go back and change the topic here. So we'll have some notes. It'll be a little bit more structured for you on the homework. But I'm going to do the homework every day. Lenora's going to do the homework every day. She's just speaking one day. And I'm not going to ask people in the challenge to do something that I'm not willing to do. So every day I will, aside of doing the interviews here, I'm going to go in the group and I'm going to do my homework right along with you. Now, the homework is going to be really simple. I want to keep it simple because we just threw a lot at you, right? And over the next 4 days, we're going to stack more and more and more with the incredible speakers that are coming in. So let's just keep the homework simple. Let's do a video, 2 to 5 minutes. If your heart wants to keep flowing, I don't care if you go in there and do a video for an hour. I really don't care. But to keep it simple, let's just talk about your biggest takeaways. I already know that I'm going to start talking about how I'm going to start doing the mirror work. I'm going to start breathing. I'm going to start doing it every day. I want to do it every day for the next 5 days to see what kind of growth and change that I personally have. So I'm going to embrace this challenge and all the speakers' homework and everything that we're doing here. And I strongly encourage you to do it as well. And I think that's the best way to do it. Do a video in Live Masters and make sure you use the hashtag LMSC, right? Yes.
Yes, that's
Live
correct.
Masters Self-Love Challenge. Yes. Okay, we have it in there. We'll put it in there.
Yes.
But
And I also just wanted to add, you guys, we're here. DM us. If you have questions and you feel awkward, you're like, I'm not sure if I'm doing this correctly, reach out to me. Reach out to me in my DMs. I'll be more than happy to walk you through whatever challenge that you have. It's something that we're here. We just give unconditionally because we believe in you and we believe in this space, and we're here to assist and to serve, because the questions that you have, you know what? It's probably questions that other people have too. So we can address them together and we can learn together and we can grow together.
yeah, that's right. This is the first virtual summit challenge. I've done doing all this together. And literally, you can ask Lenora, I just put this together in a matter of days. I got all the speakers booked in less than 24 hours. And so it was last minute, but I know that each challenge that we do is better and more valuable and people get more out of it. And I've already manifested that there's some people that are going to be involved in this challenge over the next 5 days, and it's going to totally and radically change their lives. I know it because you know what? My life is going to change over the next 5 days, and I know other people's will as well, as long as you participate and you do the homework and you tune in, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's bonus points when you do your homework, you guys, because you know what? You're going to want to do it if you don't. And I'm not telling you what it is, but there's some massive things coming. So you can either and it's not stickers on your homework getting A+, right?
Well, and that's the thing too about the homework is just there's no right or wrong way to do it.
Exactly.
The only wrong way to do it is not show up and not do it. So,
and you're only hurting yourself to do that. So we know that we attract people that want to work on themselves harder, like our mentor, Mr. Michael Zappia, says. You want to work harder on yourself than you work on anything else, because everything else then falls into place.
that's right.
Oh,
That's right.
it gets me so excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm excited for tomorrow. Make sure you stay tuned for tomorrow. We're going to have Jean Collins on, and she's going to talk about self-talk. Jean is an amazing speaker. She's in New Mexico. So it's going to be awesome, and really appreciate you guys coming in. Listen, the challenge is going to be open for the next 5 days. You can invite your friends here to come and check it out. The replays are going to stay up. I'm not going to take these down. So you'll always be able to come back and watch them and do the homework and do the videos on each day. So I'm really excited for the rest of the challenge. And like Lenora said, if you have any questions about the homework or the challenge or anything in general, make sure you private message me or private message her. She's always willing to help. Right?
Absolutely. I would love to. And no question is a silly question, guys, because we all have to start somewhere, right? And
That's
again,
right.
it's imperative for me that I reiterate to you, wherever you are right at this moment on your self-love journey, it is okay. You are exactly where you're meant to be. You are exactly where you're needing to get the information in order for you to grow. So don't discount yourself by thinking that you can't do this when we're here to tell you and support you and love you and tell you that yes, you can.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to leave on an amazing note like that. Again, everybody, thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to serving you over the next 5 days. Have a great Valentine's Day.